Hello there, I'm Joshua and welcome to this month in movies. Today we're looking at the DVD and Blu-ray releases of December 2015. So why don't we get right into it?
Let's get to it.
Okay, so like I always say, this is just Australian DVD and Blu-ray releases. I know some of these movies are already out in the States, or they're not out yet. And also, these are just my opinions. There are other films that came out that I just don't really recommend, but it doesn't mean they're bad, though some of them are. It just means I'm not that interested, and so they're not really films that I'd like share out to others. While this is a mix of stuff that I really like and recommend, and stuff that I'm sure that you're looking forward to seeing and getting on DVD. So why don't we get started with Paper Towns. Paper Towns is the latest adaptation of a John Green novel, and it stars Nat Wolff, and you have Cara Delevingne. I don't know how you say her last name, really. As far as young adults movie, I really enjoyed it. I really related to the main character, and I really like where it went and how it's kind of going against the grain of what you expect, because it takes the usual path that you expect a film of this type to go, but then it's like, no, we're gonna go against convention, and I really like that part of it, though there are definitely some conventional stuff in it. Overall, I really enjoyed it, and I just thought it was different, and visually, it's not amazing cinematography, but there's something about the use of visuals, and the visual language, and the shots, and the movement that I just found that made this film a lot more engaging to watch, and just easier to follow, and I really liked how it was handled visually, so I recommend this film. I give it 4 stars.
Everyone gets a miracle. My miracle is Margot Ross Spiegelman.
Also in the first week of December 2015, we have AntMan. Now, when AntMan first came out, I originally gave it 3.5 stars in my review. I'm kind of bringing that down to 3, just because when I thought about it more, I enjoyed it a lot less. But I still think it's a good film, and you should definitely check it out, especially because if you're into Marvel films, it's essential to the universe, so definitely check it out. It's enjoyable, it's funny, but I think it could have had a lot better pacing, and just the comic delivery could have hit more. But overall, I still enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the characters, and I think that's really all that really matters. So I gave it 3 stars, and I would say check it out.
One question. Is it too late to change the name?
In the second week of December, we have Young Ones. Now, Young Ones is a really interesting film to me. It's really well made. It's directed by Jake Paltrow, who was actually Gwyneth Paltrow's brother. And I think it's really well done on a technical level. The cinematography is gorgeous. The actors are all great. And the story itself is really interesting. But it did need a little bit more of a punch to really make it something fantastic and substantial. It's lacking a bit of depth, even though it's got a lot of big ideas, but overall I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed where it went, and I think it's a really interesting and kind of cool little indie sci-fi film, so I'd definitely recommend checking it out. I give it 4 stars.
This piece of land can be more than a symbol. It could flourish once again.
Also in the second week, we have The Last Cab to Darwin. Now, this is a film that isn't necessarily my type of film, but I can recognize it as a good one. So I ended up giving it 3.5 stars in my review. But like I said, it's not necessarily a film for me, and I feel that could be very moving for other people. I'd say definitely check it out. It's definitely got good performances, and Michael Keaton is really good in it. And I just think it's overall a well-made film. It just meanders quite a bit, and the pacing and length. It could be better, but overall it's still a good film, and I'd say check it out.
I'm a cab driver, Doc. So I'm going to drive my cab until I can't drive it anymore.
Also in the second week of December, we have Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Easily one of the most enjoyable blockbusters of the year. Christopher McQuarrie did fantastic work with this film. His direction is fantastic, the cinematography is gorgeous, the actors are all good. It's incredibly funny but exciting and full of suspense, almost Hitchcockian in many ways. And it's just a really good blockbuster, and really entertaining, and just well done on so many levels. I love the practical effects. He's actually strapped onto the airplane, and it's pretty awesome. So I'd definitely recommend checking it out, and just like, if you're not a big Tom Cruise fan, it doesn't matter, because it's just a really good and entertaining movie, and I definitely recommend it. So go do that. Go watch it.
Open the door! Yeah, I'm trying. Oh my God!
Next is Turbo Kid. Now, Turbo Kid has been getting a lot of good response for fans of the genre, but it definitely won't be for everyone. If you're not a fan of kind of like B-movie kind of sci-fi post-apocalyptic stuff, you're gonna find this boring, and it's not gonna be for you at all. You're gonna find it dumb. But if you are a fan of the genre, you're gonna absolutely embrace this film. I myself thought it was a decent enough film and enjoyable to an extent, but man, is the pacing slow, man, does it meander, and man, are there many kind of stupid things. But because I understand the genre, I can understand what it's trying to pay respect to and what it's trying to achieve, and I enjoy it for that. Overall, it's still pretty fun, but you really need to understand what kind of film it is before you really go into it, so I gave it 3 stars.
I'm meeting up with an old mate. We're going straight to Zeus. What do you say? Let's roll.
In the 3rd week of December, we have The Man From U.N.C.L.E. Now, this is a film that I found really, really entertaining, but it's not really anything special. I think Guy Ritchie has always been style over substance, and the style in this film is cool. I like the cinematography, I like the actors and the banter, but overall the story isn't anything that's special, but it's still fun, and it's just something that you can just put on and watch and just enjoy. I gave it 3.5 stars, and I just thought it was a whole lot of fun, even though it was more style than substance.
For a special agent, you're not having a very special day, are you?
Now, if we're talking about something a lot more substantial, let's go with Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes is out, and I really, really enjoyed this film. It's not like an epic kind of story, it's a very character-central film, and I really enjoyed Ian McKellen's performance in it. He is fantastic. It's a well-shot film, it looks gorgeous, the story's interesting, and the whole film is just really well done and really understated, and I really enjoyed what it was trying to do. And so I gave it 4 stars, and I definitely recommend checking it out.
Oswald, it is a wish to know if you are this man's wife.
No.
Voila!
In the 3rd week of December, we also have Dope. Now, Dope is a film that I enjoyed for the most part, but I definitely think it had more potential than it ended up delivering on. Still a good film, but I think you really gotta like this type of film. It's almost kind of like risky businessy, and though I think at the end of the day it's a solid film, it's not amazing, and I was expecting a bit more, and I think it could have gone to a lot more better places, but there's still a lot of good stuff in it, and I recommend checking it out if it interests you. So I ended up giving it 3.5 stars in my review.
Technically, he shouldn't be able to say the word. Why can he use it?
Because I'm 14% African. Ancestry.com.
Look, just say the damn word.
You're my...
It was a reflex.
And lastly, in the 3rd week of December, we have Life. Directed by Anton Corbijn, who did A Most Wanted Man and The American, which are really good films. And I missed the chance to see this film. It was only out for 2 weeks in my city, and unfortunately I didn't have the chance to go to the cinema that was showing it. But I'm really keen to check it out. It has Robert Pattinson and Dane DeHaan, and I'm just really keen to see it, so I'd recommend you check it out too. Good critical reaction, so yeah.
Everything changes so fast.
Photography, it's a good way of saying I've been here and you've been here. We live in hope.
Week 4 of December, and first up we have Pan. And the weird thing with Pan was when it originally came out in the UK and other places around the world, it actually got a solid response. Not a great critical response, but a solid critical response. But when it was released in America, it was panned by critics left to right, and I don't understand why. I mean, I definitely don't think it's a great film, but I actually really enjoyed it. Though it is very conventional and generic story beats, I found it exciting and something different, and it was still like a good message to the kids, while it's just being really good on a visual sense. And I really liked Gerard as director, and I thought it was a nice kids film, and that's really the thing. I think they were expecting something different, but it was always marketed as a kids film, and I think kids are gonna love it, so I'd recommend checking out Pan, especially if you have kids, and I give it 3.5 stars.
Come on, kid. Make them believe.
And now for the 5th week of December, or really on the last day of December, we have The Gift. Directed by Joel Edgerton, it stars Jason Bateman, you have Rebecca Hall and Joel Edgerton, all give good performances. It's a really good directorial debut, and I really enjoyed it. It's kind of like an ethical thriller, and I thought it was really well done, really well handled, and I definitely recommend checking this film out. I gave it 3.5 stars. It was almost close to a 4, except there was stuff in it that I'd seen in other films, but I really recommend checking it out.
You think you're done with the past, but the past is not done with you.
And last but not least, in the last week of December, we have Drunken Master coming out on Blu-ray. This is easily one of Jackie Chan's best films. It's a fantastic film, and I highly recommend checking it out. I'm not going to give it like a starring score because I really need to rewatch it and just to see how much I remember from it, because it was a while ago since I've seen it, but it's definitely a good film. Definitely check it out, especially if you're a martial arts film, so have a lot of fun with that one. So that's all the time we have for today. If you have any thoughts on the movies I talked about, or if you end up watching it after my recommendation, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. You can also go to my Facebook page, like that, comment there, follow me on Twitter, and don't forget to subscribe. But once again, these are just my opinions. There are other films that came out, and if I didn't mention them and you liked them, feel free to comment as well. But anyway, this has been This Month in Movies, December 2015. This is the last one of these for this year, and I'm looking forward to what comes out next year on DVD and Blu-ray. So, anyway, I'm just Rich. This is JAO Productions. It's been This Month in Movies, and just get out there and watch good movies.